Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, site of the 1996 Olympic Games, Center Park Stadium, and home to the Georgia State Panthers, and we have been feeling the excitement for this one all week. What we have in store for you today, a showdown between a couple of Pac-12 rivals. As we'll see, the Air Force Falcons taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Georgia State Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Georgia State will kick it off to get this game started. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Offense working from the pistol. They'll go to the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
To the air, it's Hayes. Got the quick pass. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Falcons will line up to punt it away. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Makes a move. And there he goes. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. First down for this offense. He leaves it with his back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after pickup of 4. Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defense all year long.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in.
Gonna let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Leaves it with the back. Runs through a tackle.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Lowers those pads. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
And how about that on 3rd down? You give it to your playmaker in the backfield, and he's able to use his speed to go get the first.
And he's a guy that you should be focusing on with this offense. He's definitely a game breaker. He's a guy that they starred, going into this matchup that they had to stop. 3rd down, money down. You figured they might probably get him the football. They do, and they get the first down.
It leads to 2nd down.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Got his man quickly. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
It's 3rd down, and they've got to get it to the 33. Now on the move. Quarterback gets the first down. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Listen, the big hog mollies up front, the big offensive line paved the way for a big first down.
Okay, ready? And the Falcons have this offense rolling. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Caught behind the line. It's Latham. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Air Force.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. FIU overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Panthers tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. On the option. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period.
Loses 3. Second down coming up. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score tied 7-7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Going deep. Makes the grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Scanning the field, it's Hayes. They're trying to get to him. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away. Fires to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. The Falcons send out the punt unit.
Offenses know and work on it all week. Third downs. We got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this 3rd down. It could come back to bite them.
Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being in.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hayden. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
On third down, he drops to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Third and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Oh, and the ball's out on the return. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
I love celebrating that third down stop, forcing the punt team on the field, but there's nothing worse than when your punt team coughs the ball up and you give it right back to them, and now I got to come right back on the field. Man, it's demoralizing.
They get him down, but not before he picks up 5 down to the 17-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Takes the handoff. It's Murray. Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3 balls at the 14. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Here comes the option. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to advance on the football.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. He'll keep it himself. He'll get down to avoid the hit, but he might not be able to avoid this penalty flag. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Second down coming up. Dropping back, it's Hayes. Throws for the tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Uncorks it. On target to the left. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Quarterback keeper. And the Falcons get enough for the first down.
You cannot make a bigger statement on offense than your head coach deciding to go for it on 4th down, deep in your own end, early in the game. And somehow running the football. Wow.
The Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the right. Hauls it in. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? Having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Looking downfield. Pass on the way. It's picked off. He'll try to take it back. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open green, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense, getting downfield and setting up some blocks.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get him.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Panthers. And they take it in for 6 more points. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
At the 35, he's open. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. And the Falcons are in the hurry up. To the air, it's Hayes. Quarterback extends the play. He's going to run it. At the 35, he's loose. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Man, it's so nice to have a weapon like this at quarterback. It dictates coverage. You want to play man-to-man? Everybody turns their back. Watch him pick him up, put him down, chew up yards, getting a big play down the field.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he'll just get rid of that one.
You can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
This time he's got it. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Falcons will kick it away to start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Quick strike complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll try the run. Still running at the 40. Open runway ahead. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Georgia State. And the punishment has been extended.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Wyoming needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Laramie behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to Kansas. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Hayes. They're bringing heat. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss.
And the defense registers their 1st sack, and they're bringing pressure from the 2nd level. They're going to do a really good job in this game changing up the looks, trying to confuse this offensive line, and they did it there.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Takes his shot. Got his man. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end? Just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it.
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside of the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Falcons will hustle to the line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Trying to get behind the defense. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Offense gets set for second down. From the gun, the ground game. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Looking to throw, it's Hayes. He'll off one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% this season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
On fourth down, going to the air. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. What a play that time. They got way more than they needed to convert that fourth down.
But I love the execution of this quarterback. Everybody's sitting shallow, trying to take away the first down. He takes the ball down the field. Great strike. Nice play. Nice fourth down conversion.
And he just chucks it into the fourth row. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Quarterback will keep it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons.
Touchdown.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
35, Air Force 14.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They'll run it. Got room at the 35. He's loose. He's at the 30. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
You want to know why this offense runs the football a lot? Because you got a guy that's top 5 in college football in rushing. You give him the football, and he'll continue to make plays. I imagine they're going to keep feeding him because he keeps putting up productive numbers.
Just a little off. Incomplete.
It's now second down.
Line getting set on second down. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. A little screen to the running back. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're getting it to your back in the passing game to the perimeter. You're just hoping he can make a guy miss and use his athleticism and speed, but a way better job tackling that time defensively, now setting up 4th.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. On the option. He'll toss it. Makes him talk to the hand. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
At the 29, it's 3rd down.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Looks as if he's going to run it. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds his man and they convert. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
Georgia State, 38. Air Force, 14.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He wants to throw. Scrambling away. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. He just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
Looking to throw, it's Hayes. Looking to scramble. He's going to fire to the left. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. The Falcons moving quickly to the line. Here's the handoff. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They want to run this quarterback. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Air Force.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. On the move. He gets in there for the 2. It's a 2-possession game now, and they've still got a shot. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
This offense has a second down play. Looking for room. It's Murray. At the 45, on his way. Oh, look out. There he goes. Touchdown, Panthers. And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. UCLA found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat, something this program has done time and time again inside the Rose Bowl. Bruins fans will enjoy this one for at least 1 week. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over a hundo on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Got the first down and more. Off to the races to the right. Touchdown, Georgia State. And the route is on. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with an electrifying 45-yard run to the house. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
They'll run the option. Ball is free. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Dropping back, it's Hayes. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Complete to the left. Tackled after picking up the first down.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us. For